Hey guys, really pretty pissed about my day today because I just wasn't disciplined. And if I was, I would have made an extra 10 grand today very comfortably. I'll show you how and what I fucked up. You'll see it and you'll be like, oh my God. I'll tell you my rules that I have created so that I actually let my wins run. So I'm still green, like I still made money today. So far as a bad day on that front, it's not the worst. But like I said, I don't really care about the money as such. I do, and I want to win because it's a scorecard. But I care at the moment much more about staying disciplined with my own rules and my system because that is what's going to get me results. And I was brilliant yesterday. I was brilliant the day before. Today I fucked up and it's cost me about 10 grand in profits. What would have been profits? So I haven't lost 10 grand. But that's what it's cost me. So let's go have a look. Coin was the big one. It was actually a loss. And you look at this chart and you're like, how the fuck did you lose on that? And I bought calls. And I bought calls right at the bottom. I wasn't looking at the 15-minute chart. I believe I was using the 5 or 1 minute chart. And you need a little bit of context. So you can see over here, you can see how they've sort of dipped these 2 days. Boom, boom. There's been pierces. There's another one somewhere further back, I think. No, so it was just those two. So quite recently, pierce. And I was like, all right, cool. So if it gets to that sort of 1550 level, I'm probably in a bit of trouble. My first entry was here, this candle. See how it's boom, wick down, come back up. I'm like, oh, fucking that looks all right, let's get in there. So about 1650 or 1690, something like that. I was in there. And my second entry was a little bit lower, around 1620 or something. And then this happened. Vroom. And I was like, ooh, shit. It went below both those previous 2 weeks. And I thought, oh, man, this could have just broken that level and that could be off today. So I had 2 entries, so I had about 2 grand in the trade. I was down about $400 or $500 at that point, so it was around 20-30%. And I pulled it about there. That's about where I got out, about 114.60, pretty much at the bottom. Now, I'm not complaining too hard about that because I've had trades where I've taken profits and I've been right at the top. So that isn't my issue. This is my issue. I created a rule for myself that I will not get out of a trade unless a 15-minute candle closes below my target area, which means that that 15-minute candle needed to close beneath about 1580. As you can see, if I was looking at the 15-minute candles, this is a fucking awesome tail. Shooting star, we're off to the fucking moon. This candle is bullish as fuck. And if I was watching this, I would have added my third position back in here. So I would have had $3,000 of calls for, I think it was 117 or 118. And I would have bought them around this 1650 average, right? And as you can see, this run up, this is beautiful. This test back holds that level and fucking continues. There is no way I would have sold. Maybe would have thought about it at this candle because you can see that's a bit of a topping tail. After that red, that's probably where I would have got out. That is about $8,000 that I did not get because I didn't stick to my system. And the reason I didn't stick to my system is because emotionally, energetically, I was not on this morning. And I knew it. I was drained. I was tired. I don't know fucking why, but I was. And this was the best trade of the day. And I fucked it. And what's worse is I was in. Like, I was there. I had this trade. And I fucked it because I was tired and I wasn't thinking clearly. But yeah, so there's about 8 grand there, and obviously the $500 loss would have been negated. So there's about 8.5 grand turnaround there that I have fucked myself on. Let's say 6 to 8. I don't know exactly what it would have been. Something like that. This trade, I think I managed beautifully. So I bought over here the first time. I lost about $1 grand there. I got back in here on this hold, which is all looking good, all consolidation. I was up this morning. I took 20% off the table, I think, on this candle. If we go to the 5 minute, you'll see that there's this one. That candle scared me a bit. So I took my first lot off the table, and I believe I took it on that one. And then it came crashing back down. And I took, maybe I'd already taken a third out. No, righto. So 20%, at 20% profit, I take a third out. And then at 50% profit, I take my next third out. That leaves me essentially with a free trade, which at that point, it doesn't fucking matter if it comes down or goes negative. I'm still winning. It's all good. Let it run. That's the idea of doing that. So I allow my profits to run, but my risk is 0. And I didn't. I panicked. Again, not fucking thinking, not sticking with my system. And I closed the rest of it out around here. Had I let it run? Now, this wouldn't have been as big because I'd already pulled 2/3 of my position out, which I would have done on coin. So maybe it wasn't 8K, maybe it was like 4 or 5, right? But that's still really annoying because that was the best trade of the day. I'm so irritated about that. But yeah, so there's probably another 3 or 4K in this. And as you can see, like, this is exactly what I was waiting for on this chart, this breakout. And not thinking clearly, didn't sleep, I don't know, whatever the fuck it was, but I was just not on this morning and I made an error. Yeah, 2 errors. 2 errors on my 2 best winners. My other approaches were all good, they were all fine, but that annoys me because it should have been at least a 5,000 positive day, probably more. And I'm only up about $1 grand, which is super annoying. I've got 2 positions that I'm in at the moment, so I'm short this one. I'm a little bit down on this, but I don't really care because it's very much within my range. And particularly because Alibaba dropped enormously. So Alibaba's like dropped. These 2 tend to run. They're in similar sort of markets in China. So Alibaba disappointed on earnings. This is a very, very similar company over there. And it's gone from 122 to 129, right at my level. I missed that, which would have been the best entry. I got in around here somewhere. It's come back in. It's just sort of playing around there. I would expect downside if it gets over there, gets over the sort of 130 mark, then I'm out. And I would look to re-enter short here. But I'm looking to add to that position if it hits that 129.60 because I've made a lot of money on this one, shorting it and going long at times. It's quite a good mover, particularly generally early in the day. Late in the day, it doesn't tend to do much, but early in the day, she's a very nice little mover. The other one I am in is Google. I'm going long on Google, and this is just looking fucking gorgeous. I probably should have caught that short this morning. That was a really nice reversal off that 20 MA into this resistance. And that would have been the exit. You can see these candles, like it's picture perfect. Now that's not the biggest spread, so that's probably only a few $100 there, but still good trade technically. Nice again, not as good. I probably wouldn't have been as keen on the second run. And out here you can see it's just got over that 20 SMA and it's just at the top of this level. It's probably coming down a little bit further than I'd like right now, but let's have a look at the 15 minute and see what it's doing. This is nice. Like you see these tails, that's all looking good to me. If this comes down in, then I've got a few questions, but that's still looking good. I would need a 15-minute candle to close under here for me to exit that position. It's looking good to me. So the reason I'm long this, I think I talked about that in the video this morning, is this gap fill. Look at this. So if this gets a bit of fucking rocket in it and the market keeps moving positive, which it looks like it is at the moment, then that $5, $6 move is very doable in a reasonably short period of time. So that's what I'm looking for there. I want that to hold that 20 and then hopefully keep moving. I would still do my exits, 20%, pull a third out, 50%, pull another third out, and then let the rest run. I actually would let it run on this one. So hopefully that one catches, but yeah, I haven't got like the SPY and the Qs, just you can see it's sort of chopped around. I'm not going to take that shit this morning. I wasn't going to short it. Thought the market was too positive, and for me to enter this, I need to pull back to this level before I'm going long. Similar with the Qs. It actually, on the NQ, it was perfect. See these tails here? The level on the NQ is just slightly different. You can see that pierce right at that level. I don't trade the NQ, I use it as a gauge, but that would have been a beautiful entry for a trade along there. I didn't get it because I don't trade that one. But yeah, hopefully we get some pullbacks into this level and there's some options later on. Oh, Google just fucking pulled back. No, don't be a bitch. How long have I got? 8 minutes. Oh, it's going to fuck around towards the end of the day. Probably just going to hold this as long as the market stays solid. But you can see a few levels, like I didn't play around with NVIDIA again. It just, I didn't like it fucking around this level. You're getting a bit of rejection and playback. I'm not going to short NVIDIA right now. Like I said, I'm just going long. Here, I probably could have taken a stab, but I'd rather it to come over my level and then back down. If it doesn't, I'm all good. I'll wait. SMCI seems to be putting a bit of a roof in there, which is interesting. Hopefully it comes back to that 630 level. That'd be a good little shot. Snow, I need to come back to sort of 215, but I'm not keen at it at 215. I'm more keen at 210. Netflix, this is fucking irritating because I entered like down here yesterday, and had I have held overnight, which I don't like doing, that would have been a few grand today as well. Frustrating day to say the least. I got back into my JP Morgan shorts really early in the day, so I'm like $10 positive on that. But they're long-term ones. Like I said, that's my macro thing. I just wanted a better entry on that, which I got. So I'm happy. But yeah, that's it. Bit of a pain in the ass day. There were opportunities. Coin was the best, and I fucked it up. So really annoying. But still, it's a green day so far. And fuck, man, I'm really pissed off about that coin one. Hey, that's super fucking irritating. Because I've done so well Monday, Tuesday. I had such good days. And I know if I traded today like I did yesterday or the day before, like I've beaten my profits of those first 2 days in one day. It's just really annoying. Really annoying, but it's part of the game, and that's why consistency is so fucking important. So anyways, enjoy the end of the day. I hope you guys made money. I hope you guys, more than making money, I hope you fucking stuck to your systems and didn't do the shit that I did, because it was very frustrating. Live and you learn. Right, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.